Welcome to Project Automation and Control using Power BI. In our last class, we were able to discuss how to display visuals, and that's why you can see the visuals we have done so far. But in today's class, we are going to learn how to group our data and rename our fields. Enjoy Project Automation. Okay, so looking at our data here, you will see that all of them are clustered with strange names. This is the name Power BI database actually name each of the columns. We want to regroup them and name them, give them a reasonable name that will be well understood by everybody, mainly those dealing with projects. To do that, first thing we do is to click on this model. You will see this sign here. You click on the model view. So the model view will open. You will see the taskbar here. You click on it. Under here, you start your grouping. First thing we'll do is to group all the dates and name them dates. I click on the first date. I hold down my control key. Click on the second date, which is the actual date. I move to the baseline date. My control key is still held down with my left hand, and I'm doing the clicking with my right hand. So I click on the date start. I also look at the remaining finish date and the remaining start date. When I'm done, I come here under folder display and I enter date. Please don't press enter. I want to change the format. Okay, I click here and I change the format. Remember, it was displaying the day of the month. It's using this format, but I will change it to something like this. Okay, I change this format to this, and that's all. If you watch here, it has been grouped under date. I can minimize it now. Next thing I will group is I will group all the units. So you see the first actual quantity. I will hold down my control key. I will click on the schedule quantity. I will also click on the total quantity. I will move to the display folder. I will type unit. Okay. So under this unit, I will go down here. Although it's in decimal point, the format, I'll just leave it in decimal point as well. Okay. I'll leave the format in decimal point. So automatically, you see under unit, I have this rest. I can minimize it now. The next thing I will do is the cost. Under the cost, we see my base cost. You see my plan value. You also see my schedule value. Then you also see my target cost. If the same as base cost, I will show it. I will prove it to you. Okay. So I click on two of them and I come here on the display. I will say cost. I press enter. So all of them will be grouped under cost. And under this cost is already decimal. And on the format, I will make the format value. Okay, if I want to make it currency, if I wanted to display the currency, actually I will make it currency, but for now let's just keep it as decimal number. Okay. And type is also decimal. Yeah. Okay, so the next thing we have here under grouping is every other thing we will now name. Okay, this one is activity code. I will put it under activity code. Activity code. Okay. So they are already text, so I don't have any issue with them. So it's text as format. So let's leave it as text. Okay. So the next one is all these ones. I will just select all of them and I will put them under general. I will just call them general. Okay. I'm done with my grouping. So by grouping this, you see it's now well organized. Okay. Next thing is to start my renaming. So take note, renaming is also important. Okay. So it will take a little bit of time, but I will just be fast and see I can do it. So this is my WBS name. I'll just write WBS name. Sorry, at some point I might cut this video, but let me just take those that are very crucial to what we are doing. Just to make sure I do not prolong this video. It's our utmost priority to ensure that this video is as minimum as possible. So while we are just trying to save any action I did, so let me just give it time. So I will go to the next one here is WBS ID. WBS ID. I'll press enter. I will go to the next one. The next one here is activity name. activity name. Okay. The next one is the activity status. Activity status. So also have activity ID. Okay, so let's just leave this one. I think it's the least of our problem. Let's quickly move into date so that you understand. So this one is the real. Okay, let's start from the first one here. The first one here is the actual end date. So call it actual finish. Okay, the next one after the actual finish is the actual start. Actual start. The next one is what baseline start and baseline finish. What baseline start. So the next one, sorry, this is baseline finish. This is baseline finish. So this is baseline start. This is baseline start. Okay, this one is remaining finish and remaining start. This one is remaining finish and this remaining start. Okay, this remaining start. Let's go into, sorry, the cost and quantity, it seems they are together. So I need to separate this. Let's just go into activity code. I will just change this to area and DOQ and DOQ. Okay. So I need to separate the cost and quantity. They're not supposed to be the same. Okay. So to remove what I've done before, I will select all of them here. I will remove cost, I will delete it, and I will press enter. So automatically they will be scattered again. Okay. So I will now go back and I will put under select quantity. I select 1 and 3. That's just the 3 under quantity, and I will name them unit. Okay. Yeah. So under the unit, let me start renaming them. So under this one, I will put actual unit. Okay. So under this one, I will put schedule unit. I will put on the last one, I will put total unit. Total unit. Okay. So I'm done with this. I will now move over to the cost. So under cost, I will click 1. 3 of them is under cost. Yeah, okay, 4. But the base cost and total cost are just the